Magnolia Cook. I live down in the next block. And this is my husband, Ebby Cook.
Well, Public Works Project has neighbors of the 5th and Hill neighborhood in Champaign up in arms.
Illinois American Water is digging to replace water pipes right next to a contaminated site.
Ameren has never told us the truth about anything, so why are we going to believe what Ameren is saying as far as this site is concerned? How come the Illinois EPA is not out here to see what's underneath this dirt?
One of the struggles within this larger struggle is that we learned that the groundwater in that neighborhood is contaminated with these toxic chemicals, and but Ameren, the company that owns the toxic site, did not have to clean up the toxic groundwater. And the problem with that is that groundwater can move and spread contamination. And initially, when we first started working on this, the Illinois EPA's reaction is that there is no problem. You people are just misinformed, and they told us that we were scaring people by providing them with information, that we were scaring people, and that there was nothing to be worried about. The Illinois EPA's statement on this issue is that there is, and it's a very carefully crafted statement, I think. It says there is no immediate threat to human health. I think that the residents, as well as us here at Champaign County Healthcare Consumers, profoundly believe in people's right to a decent life, a healthy life, a life free from the kind of unknown dangers and harms that toxic contamination produces. The residents' beliefs in their rights to justice, their right to live in a healthy neighborhood, their right to know what is happening to them and what is happening to their children and grandchildren because of a corporation's actions, and their right to fix it. But the fight is not over, and yet the neighborhood residents stay profoundly committed to the struggle, and I think that is a reflection of the strength of their belief.
So we're going to turn right on this next street, and we'll be facing directly at the toxic site. And one of the things to know is it looks like a large open field, behind a fence, but it looks like what could possibly be wrong? That's it over there. And I'll park close and we can get out and walk. So this whole fenced in area is the site. And right now it's just an open field, but there were, just a few months ago, there was a giant white tent over the site where they were doing the excavation and digging out all the contaminated soil. And you can, it's green. It looks like what could possibly be wrong. It looks like just a big open field, but what you can't see can in fact harm you. And it's what's going on below the surface that we're concerned about. And this property here was also highly contaminated. There used to be a house there. Ameren knocked it down, bought the property, knocked down the house, and fenced it off. So this is a very toxic area where we're standing. Hi.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Oh, there's so many health issues in this neighborhood. We couldn't even imagine to really go into any dialogue about that. There's so many people within this area that have the same types of issues, and all of it can be related to coming from the site, from the toxins that's here. The thing is, what really frustrates me is like people think we don't have the intelligence to be able to make decisions. We might not have all the education and the knowledge of going to college, but we do have common sense. We have common sense.
And you know what's wrong.
And we know what's wrong. Yeah, we know what's wrong and what's not wrong. And this is wrong. Well, and it not only applies to here that we're fighting for other communities, other neighborhoods that have these same types of problems that we're having right here. It's not just necessarily all about Fifth and Hill. It's about the contamination that's being spread all over. And so it's about fighting for those things too, you know, not just basically this Fifth and Hill, because contamination is going all over in all the different directions. And so when you don't clean it up and you refuse to take responsibility for it, you know, well, you're just contaminating other neighborhoods, other communities. So that's the way I feel about it. And I feel that regardless, I'm going to be here. I'll be fighting. If I have to fight it by myself, but I doubt that, though.